Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Tana Tarot. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. The topic is big changes ahead for you, and this is really a pretty exciting reading. We have love, we have transformation, we have just all kinds of financial gains. Really, really good stuff. So I hope you join me. See you at your timestamp. Bye-bye. Hi, group number one. Welcome. This is group number one for the Pick a Card reading, the big changes ahead for you. Pardon me. And I would say let's talk about this being for like the next 30 days. And this is good for whenever you come across it. This is timeless, and so whenever you come across this, there very well may be a message in here for you. So, group number one, interesting. The first thing I want to tell you is you may have noticed that what you once found attractive or interesting or had your focus on no longer appeals to you. This could be a person. An example I could think of is like even TV shows. I used to be so tied up into murder TV. I'm just so totally into what motivates people and why they do things, and I love the search and how the cops catch them and all that stuff. But I was watching, I think, way too much of it. And when I began to, I just began to change. I didn't even sit down and say, I'm feeling more spiritual. It's just all of a sudden, it just didn't appeal to me anymore. And I just kind of started going down another path. Now, do I still love a good old Snapped? Yeah, I do, but only every once in a while. I just really, for some reason, I'm just into the psychology of the whole thing. But anyway, I digressed. It's not about me. So you find yourself, or you will find yourself in the next 30 days changing, just being more interested in different things, not so much in what used to interest you or attract you. And if it is a person, you may, for whatever reason, just kind of find yourself falling out of love or interest, whatever that is. A lot of times, this is the beginning or part of an awakening. Your third eye can be opening up and you see more of the truth. If you're into this type of thing, I would venture to say that maybe you're more empathic, and whatever it was that you were interested in may have been draining for you or too heavy for you, and you it just changed. You may be more interested. You may find yourself being more interested in helping others. That's kind of how I got started with this channel. I was like, I have so much that I want to share, and through what I've been through and through what I'm able to see, and just so many different things that I wanted to express myself. And I thought, writing or podcast or whatever. And then I remembered my love for tarot, and I had always watched tarot on YouTube, and that's kind of how I went down that path. And I see you with this change that's going on within you as to what you're interested in and what attracts you. I see you becoming more attracted to the lighter side, to healing, to helping. I see you really going through a big transformation. When you start to look at things differently, the transformation kind of just happens. But it's also an opportunity for you to like look inside and kind of reevaluate yourself. Like, what's important to me? What do I want? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? To kind of like question all your values and, decisions that you've made, and why did I make these decisions? Did I did I do it for me? Did it come from my heart? Did I do it for other people, or was I programmed? And you just kind of find yourself transforming, and there's really not much you can do about it but go along for the ride. And let me just, let you know that it is a good thing. So in the next 30 days, I see you just like noticing the changes, noticing that your the things that you're interested in have just changed. And whether you start to look inside or you're being encouraged to look inside, this is a very good time for you to do something like that. I also want to let you know that now is a time of second chances. In this next 30 days, you will have an opportunity to either get back something that was lost, or along that line, get something even better. So if there's something that you like regret, maybe, could be the loss of a person, relationship wise, not death wise, but the loss of, a relationship. It could be a love relationship, but say it's a family member or friend that maybe you've fallen out with and weren't talking to. In the next 30 days, I feel like they're going to reach out to you, just maybe a little nibble to see. They're probably as afraid of contacting you as maybe you are of them. There's probably still all kinds of feelings attached, like maybe, hurt, anger. A lot of times people show their anger, but what the anger is hiding is the hurt. And if the hurt can be talked about, perhaps it could be healed. So I just see an opportunity. I don't know if someone's going to reach out to you, or with what you're going through, you're just looking at things differently and you're like, I don't even remember what the hell we were fighting about. Or if you do remember, it's like, that is so much bullshit. I don't even care anymore. I care about this person. And so you may reach out. I'm not sure, but I just want to let you know that in the next 30 days, it's a good time for that to happen. And I'm getting this feeling that in the back of your mind, the hurt and the anger has been like dissipating, going away, and you really would love to, rekindle this relationship. It's not lost. I'll let you know that right now, it's not lost. And if for some reason it was something like, more 3D, like a job or something, I will let you know that in the next 30 days as well, you have the opportunity to get something even better. Say, something didn't work out, and a career choice or a business opportunity, you left a job in whatever way, or you missed a business opportunity, whatever it is that was lost, you have the chance to either get it back or something better. I love it. one last thing. I'm getting two different messages here, and they're right next to each other. It's so funny. One message I'm getting is, now is a time to be passive, to be more than act. And that's specifically in relationships. And I'm thinking that that would go along with like the change that you're going through, the transformation. And it may be a time for you to sit back, go inside, and like if something in a relationship, and I'm thinking kind of more along the lines of a romantic relationship, if something isn't going your way, the message is, don't chase. Let it be. My God, that's about the fifth Beatles tune that I've thought of today. I'm channeling the Beatles big freaking time today. I've been singing all kinds of their songs for some reason. But in relationships, I'm thinking that the change that you're going through, the transformation that you're going through, is going to help you to look at things more clearly and honestly. And instead of trying to control the outcome, make the other person do what you want, instead of you being so attached to the outcome, like, well, we have to do this and we have to be at this stage by 6 months and we have to do that by 1 year. Instead of mapping it out, being in control, being so attached to the outcome, you are able to more pull into yourself and kind of let things be. A lot of times, like I see, especially with women, sorry gals, I've done it myself, but we, where are we? What's going on with this relationship? What are your intentions? You're putting all the power into their hands. And if you are interested in a relationship, spending time, a future, a lot of times all you have to do is just be there, be you, sit back and watch. They can talk until the cows come home, and it can be a bunch of bullshit, but actions never lie, or not for long. Their actions will show you. And you're like, make a decision, what do you want? No, they don't have to make a decision. You don't have to ask for a decision. You don't have to do an ultimatum. You let what, and you can have goals, you can have wants. Hey, I would like A, B, and C. Make sure their eyes are open and they're listening. This is for men and women. Make sure their eyes are open and they're listening. Maybe try and get a nod, and then let it go. And just watch. You'll get your answer. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to chase. Just sit back and watch, and you will get your answer. And the reason I went so deep into that is because you also have a message to start something new. Go for it. Make a move. And I have a feeling this is maybe more along the lines of business, or what it could be, if you are going through something in a relationship that is not, how you want it to go or satisfying, you know what I mean? Not the control thing, but you're just looking and you're like, okay, no, this person, this person's a player. He doesn't even want to, he or she, doesn't even want to check it out. They're saying what I want them to say, but their actions are not, they're not on the same page as me. We don't want the same things. And so if that is true and something is ending, because that can happen, or if that did recently happen, I'm here to tell you that you have a message of someone new coming in. So if you broke up, if you're in the stages of breaking up, I'm here to tell you that there is someone new coming in. Love is coming a-calling. And it will be a good opportunity. It will be a very good opportunity for you. You know, I'm feeling like there may have been some overlappage. Maybe you met this person when you were still in the process of ending something with someone. And if so, I see you awakening to this new person. And I think that you'll be making a decision, busting that move towards a new relationship. But again, that whole sitting back and watching, use that in every relationship. Never, never, never chase. Never do ultimatums. Never ask the person, what do you want? When are you going to do what I want? You don't have to do that. And I think you're learning that. So even with this new opportunity that's coming, and I'll tell you, I think it's a fire sign. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Or if not, they have, fire sign placements, or they're just very bold, and there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you, and they're super good looking. And I can say that because I'm a Sagittarius, so fire signs are just super good looking. So anyway, even with this new relationship, put your intention out there. It's like the law of attraction. You put your intention out there and then you sit back and you let it happen. If you know anything about the law of attraction, you don't sit there every day and when's it coming? When's it coming? When you do that, all you're doing is sending out lack vibes, like I don't have it. When you say, I will have a fantastic, reciprocal, balanced, loving, exciting relationship, or whatever your adjectives are, whatever you want, and you put it out there and you let it go, that's what's going to come to you. Will they all work and you'll spend the rest of your life? Probably not. But will they be maybe fun, interesting, exciting, loving opportunities to learn? Yes. And you could find someone and be together for the next 40 years. That happens. I haven't looked at the latest statistics. I think maybe 50% of the time. I'm not sure. But I don't think it's much of a crapshoot as a lot of people think. So anyway, I do see new love coming in. I think it could be a fire sign. I'm going to go a little bit more into that in a minute. But I want to tell you, have you been in recently, you've either been like in a car accident or some type of an accident, or small claims court, maybe a landlord kept your whole deposit and you're fighting to get it back. Some type of negotiation, settlement, or could be that you are, you're looking at a new job or a new business opportunity and you are reviewing a contract. If this is you, I have two messages. One, read that paperwork really, really well, or shell out however much and have an attorney or a paralegal or somebody that knows about that shizmit look at it. Whatever it is, have someone else look at it. Okay? And the reason being, I see this turning out very, very well. It's going to be a good thing. I see like a win opportunity for, like, if it's a job, or a business, or I keep on hearing contract, so maybe it could be like, maybe you're an actor and you're being offered something. And so it's the beginning of kind of a whole new phase. Like, if it's a car accident, you're going to get a big enough payoff to really make a change. Like, pay off all your bills and start over fresh. Something like that is life-changing. It's not going to be like a little, $5,000 and, okay, maybe I'll buy some new clothes and pay off a couple small bills. And, it's going to be a little bit life-changing. Not like necessarily millions. I don't know, could be. But it's going to be, it's going to kind of put you in a whole new lucky phase, if you will. But just make sure that you have someone look at the paperwork, someone review the settlement offer, the contract, whatever it is. Don't do it alone. If it's a car accident, those attorneys, they'll help you. People call them ambulance chasers, whatever. But let me tell you, the insurance companies will, they're not your advocate. Let's just put it that way. I mean, they're in business to try and save money. They're not your advocate. Nothing wrong with saying that. That's the truth. So you need an advocate. So do whatever you can to find one before you agree to this negotiation or settlement or contract or whatever it is. Okay? Then, we are coming up on 21 minutes. Doggone it. I always try and keep these things shorter, but a couple of other messages. As far as money goes, I have another money message, and it is right along with what I just said. Crazy. I wasn't even paying attention to the cards. Take a pause. Don't be in a hurry. Look at things from a different perspective, and what that is telling me is have someone else look at, just like what I said, contract, offer, whatever it is. Then, back on the love thing, oh gosh, how many cards do we have on that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, a fire sign, I think, or someone who's like, bold. I see a lot of chemistry. I see this person coming at you. I see real soon, group number 1, you are super attracted to this person. Maybe you're still, what did Jada say? Maybe you're still entangled with the old situation. I would advise you to really get out of that before you jump into the new one. And not jump in. I'm not going to say that. I don't see the old one as something that you need to go away for 6 months and heal from. I just see that either you guys weren't on the same page or you just changed. You just, what you wanted changed. And unfortunately for them, it was, who they were and what they were about. You just weren't on the same page. So anyway, because I do see a question of you wanting to be intimate with this new person coming up within the next 30 days or so. It appears to me that you could be of different ethnicities, or different religions. Something's different. And I think that's part of the chemistry for both of you. Then back to your spiritual thing that you're going through, you're looking at things differently. You're more interested in spiritual things, healing, helping, that type of thing. I really see you having a passion for that. I don't know if you're going to start a line of study. I don't know if you're going to start a YouTube channel or a podcast talking about your experiences and helping people, maybe with the law of attraction. I don't know if you plan to go to school to become a Reiki healer. I'm really getting Reiki, or perhaps like midwife, or just something spiritual and healing. I see a really strong passion in you for that, and I see you moving down that path. And I think that's another thing that you're being encouraged to make a move on, whether it's researching it, or actually maybe you've been researching it, and maybe, this is Spirit saying, hey, it's time. So, brief recap for the next 30 days. Something's changed. You look at things differently. You're no longer interested in many of the things that you were interested in. You are going through a transformation, a spiritual transformation. You want to heal. You want to share your journey. You want to help. And that's becoming more and more important to you. You will know when it is time for you to sit back and observe and not chase and not take action. When it is that time, please do that. Do not chase. But you are being encouraged to make a move when it comes to independence, bravery, and passion. So I see maybe independence as getting out of the old thing that could take bravery. When this new person comes in, you are very, very attracted to each other. There's a super strong chemistry, and you may be very, very tempted, or just really know that this is your person, and you're just ready to seal the deal. Also, don't forget, something that was lost, it's not over. And I just really want to say family or friend. I don't see that as romantic. That's not the vibe I'm getting. So if you've been wanting to reach out and the hurt and the anger is lessened, please do. Because if you don't, they may reach out to you. So either way. Oh yeah. And then I see you coming out on top of any kind of negotiations to do with a job, a career, opportunity, a entrepreneurial thing, a settlement from an accident, or anything like that. Have someone like an attorney or someone that really knows what's going on look at the paperwork. And I see the resolution of this, the end of this, being a very, very beginning of a lucky phase for you. Again, not just a one-time payout necessarily, or if it is, it's something that enables you to just really change things. And you'll experience way more luck. So exciting. Someone new's coming in. Someone new, someone old may be leaving. Someone new's coming in. Let me just tell you that. An opportunity to repair an old friendship or family relationship, and exciting new interest in something spiritual. And you may be going to school, studying it, whatever it is, you're making moves forward on it. Group 1, my gosh, love, career, money, healing, spirituality, like a whole new, that could have to do with career, but a lot of stuff, and really, really good stuff. Congratulations. It makes me very happy. And I will talk to you next time, Group 1. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome. So you are Group 2 for the Pick a Card reading, the big changes that are ahead for you. Let's say for the next 30 days-ish. And this reading is timeless, so whenever you come upon it, there may be a message in here for you. So let's go ahead and get started. A couple of things that I see. I believe that you have been in a period of isolation. I believe group number 2 that, hello, pandemic, that certainly didn't help. I personally was in a period of isolation before that, and then when the pandemic happened, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in isolation anymore. But oh well, the next 2 years I was still in isolation. So I don't know if it's due to the pandemic or something that you did, entered into or wanted to do yourself, but I do see a period of growth. We have the transformation card, which is like, oh, okay, transformation. But what it really shows is the work that you've done, the work that you've done and that you will continue to go through, and the changes that have occurred are a result of work and time. And so I just really wanted to make that clear, that what you are going through isn't an epiphany, one day you wake up and you're like, oh, I see things differently. It's like you've really been through it for a long time. I see actually that you've become a student. Maybe you always have been a student. You could be an air sign, just very intellectual and very interested in, gaining knowledge in a bunch of different areas. I do see, though, an interest in spirituality. And that's one of the main messages that we have. We have the Gnosis card. And this is one of the spiritual cards, and it's very unique and very strong. And I kind of look at this card as almost like the overall arching energy. And this shows me that you have been, through your transformation, you've exercised your intuition muscle, and you've begun to trust yourself, your higher self, more. You've got some kind of a relationship with spirit or the universe or God. You kind of elevated yourself from the 3D, became aware of and interested in the 5D. And so you're more, I don't want to say woke or enlightened, but I guess that's it. Through your transformation, you're looking at things differently, and healing and spiritual growth are way more important to you. And again, I get the student. We have the student here, and then with the Gnosis, we have esoteric and spiritual and mystical studies. So you may be way into like occult things, and look up occult. It's not like Beelzebub or what's that board that I'll never use, the message board. I can't think of the name of it, but it's not like negative or devilish stuff, but it's like spiritual stuff. And so you've really gone there with your studies and your interests. Okay, and it's been good. This time has been a time of rest and healing for you. Spiritually, emotionally, you may have been taking time away from relationships. Yeah, I kind of like don't even see that really being an interest of yours right now, whether it's because you're in a comfortable good one and we don't even need to talk about it, or whether it's because you're taking a break and focusing more on spiritual growth and your intuition and your evolvement and your personal development prior to even wanting to, get into another relationship. In the next 30 days, you will see signs that your guardian angels are watching out for you. You may find coins on the ground, pennies or dimes. Butterflies, of course, always a symbol of transformation. Birds and or feathers. And to kind of bring it back into here, you may see pictures, billboards, commercials, whatever, with bears and lions. Because all symbolism like matters. So keep that in mind for the next 30 days. And what those are is symbols that spirit is around you, guiding you, and protecting you. I have a couple of messages here regarding speaking your truth. You know, when we go through a transformation and we change, that what we were once attracted to, we can no longer find interesting or attractive, whether it be people, interests, TV shows, for an example, things that you like to do. I have nothing against going to concerts or going out to a bar or a club and hearing a really good band and dancing. I'm not saying that. But maybe back in the day, before COVID, BC, maybe that was real important to you. You loved to party, and maybe you're partying it up a little bit too much, or, whatever. And maybe now you look back and you're like, I still want to hang out with my friends and I still want to do fun stuff, but what I was doing, I don't want to do that so much, or I'm not so interested in that anymore. And that's just an example. That's kind of part of growing up anyway. What I could do in my 20s and 30s, I can no longer do in my 40s and, on. You just can't hang anymore, but, also as you get older, you do transform. You do go through a transformation, and that which really interested you no longer interests you anymore. And usually it is like a growth thing. So anyway, this transformation process that you've been going through, it's been going on quite a while. I don't know if it's been pre-COVID or just for the last 2 years, but you have definitely been in isolation. You've been healing. You've been resting. You've been focusing on yourself. And I feel like you are coming out of this more spiritual. Whether it's traditional religion, but here's the rub for you. It's not like you're not going back to something. It looks to me like you're interested in a whole new thing. Like if you before were brought up in the ways of the church and you were traditionally religious, after this, that no longer holds interest in you. You're more interested maybe in spirituality or some kind of different way. And also, if you were brought up with no religion or, something other than traditional, you may, during this period of rest and, healing, you may have decided, oh my gosh, I'm super interested in some type of religion, Catholicism or, whatever. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I refuse to turn this off. A lady's walking by with her dog. Tabitha, I swear to God, stop. God, she's annoying. I'm sorry, you guys. She has like bayhound in her or something. Tabitha. Very well trained dogs I have. So whatever it is, whatever your new interest is, it's new. It is totally 180 from what you were interested in. So I do see that as well. I don't know if because everything that you're going through has culminated in you're going a new way, a new path, new interests, maybe even new people. Maybe you let some people go and you're more interested in another group of friends, or whatever it is. Yours is like not necessarily just an up level of transformation, but a 180. So you did a twist and then you went up, or you went up and then you did a twist. Okay? And so you may not have been comfortable, or you may not be comfortable in expressing your truth. And to me, it's kind of like a new truth. Maybe you didn't know what your truth was before. Maybe you were too just involved in like the 3D aspect of, living and surviving and working and hanging out with friends. And it was all rather 3D kind of work, eat, sleep, maybe put party in there, or, hang out with friends. But it was kind of repetitious and you didn't find much meaning in it. But after this, you see meaning, and you have a new truth, new things that you're interested in. Again, I have to bring up the student thing again. I don't know what it is that you're interested in. I believe that it's spiritual and perhaps artistic. It could be music, art, writing, speaking, podcast. It does have a lot to do with speaking your truth. Maybe your new truth, your new revelations, your new beliefs. I don't know. But you either are or will in the next 30 days feel a strong urge, a strong compunction to speak your truth, and not only once and not only to those close to you, but maybe as a way of expression, maybe even not only expression, but a way of like living or making a living. Again, writing, podcast, YouTube channel, artist, music. I don't know what it is, but you found a whole new way of expressing yourself. And you've really practiced it and learned it. And you're working on mastering it. It's very important to you. And there may be more than one thing. Like you could be interested in really speaking in a podcast, and then also you're learning how to play the guitar or the piano or paint. You're just really feeling a big need to express yourself, express your truth. And through this time of rest and healing, you've just become more spiritual. You trust your intuition more. You're more in tune with yourself. And you just have you feel more in touch with the universe and more compassion for yourself and for fellow man. Maybe before, you weren't uncompassionate, is that the word? But you didn't care so much. And I think now you've become more empathetic, empathic, and you just care more. Crazy. So yeah, whatever your new thing is, it's yours, or new things are, they are your soul's expression. Okay, so this is the change that I see you having gone through and going through. Now, again, this has been going on for quite a while, but in the next 30 days, you may take some type of action. That's the vibe that I'm getting, the message that I'm getting. Again, either you're going to start your YouTube channel, you're going to start your podcast, you're going to really, all this studying and resting and healing is culminating in some type of expression for you. I'd be super interested in knowing what that is. If you want to leave it in the comments, I'm fascinated. A couple of other things that are going to happen in the next 30 days. Some of them more 3D, but let me tell you, it's good stuff. Someone, or maybe more than one person, but let's just go with one for now, you are going to be offered some kind of help. Someone's going to say, let me do this for you. Let me help you with this. Now, you have been very, I don't want to say self-involved. That sounds bad. You've been turned inward, which is a good thing. We all need to do that. But you've been super turned inward and isolated for quite a while now. Maybe in this move that you're going to make towards your self-expression, your true expression of who you are now and what you have to say, maybe someone's going to offer you help. Well, I mean, I know someone's going to offer you help, but maybe it's in that endeavor. Maybe you're like making a change from a 9 to 5 to more spiritual, and maybe you need some type of financial assistance for a while to make the transition. I don't know, but you are going to be offered some kind of help in the next 30 days. I don't know if it's effort, money, love, support, other than the protection and the guidance that you get from your spirit angels. They're there, don't forget. But, oh, wow. We've got 2 lions. Crazy. I just noticed that. Anyway, accept the help. You can be independent and strong and still accept some help. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of us with specific certain childhood traumas think we have to do everything by ourselves. Like hyper sense of responsibility. It's okay to accept some help. Let's go a little bit more 3D because the 3D is fun for you. You have 2 fortune cards. You have great fortune and unexpected income. So in the next 30 days, you will be experiencing some type of unexpected good luck and opportunity. You're like entering into a positive phase, positive period. Will it last forever? I don't know. Maybe you can make it last forever. But it's a time, definitely in the next 30 days, where you will experience good fortune. And you know what? Maybe that is the help. Maybe you are trying to start some kind of a business. And someone says, I am so behind this. You would be so perfect for that. What do you need? Do you need a website? Do you need, someone's going to offer you help. And I think that's going to be part of the great fortune. Either an offering of some type of opportunity or position in your field of endeavor, or some type of help to get you there. I don't know what it is, but it's coming in. And then also just, you are going to receive some type of a refund, like maybe the electric company made you pay $500 when you signed up because you didn't have, history, or maybe you'd had trouble before, I don't know. And it's been a year or 2 years or whatever their thing is, and you get this check in the mail for $500, and you're like, whoa. Maybe you recently bought a car, and they took out too much for the DMV and the processing, and you get a check back for like $300 or something. There's many reasons. When you refi your house, sometimes they keep out too much money, and you can actually get like a couple of $1,000 back or $1,000 back. Some type of unexpected income. And the word income just makes me think of repeatedly but I'm not getting that vibe. It could be attached to the Great Fortune card. And the Great Fortune opens up this portal or window for opportunity, which brings you unexpected income. Like, say, if you do a YouTube channel just because you want to, share and express yourself, you could get monetized very quickly. And you could still have like a day job, but because you get monetized so quickly, you could have an unexpected income. Maybe not so much the first year, or maybe it's a lot. I mean, things blow up in a good way. Now, if you do see the bad health card here, this is not especially around all these other cards. This is not any type of gloom and doom or warning. If you do feel worn out or whatever, rest. But this card is really about what you have been going through, your time of rest and healing and introspection. Now, as far as money goes, money, career, finance, we see help, we see opportunity. And what is so crazy is with the tarot, we have the King of Swords in that position. And that's all about standing firmly in your truth and communication, which blows my mind sometimes how these cards line up. So you being able to communicate your truth is going to be the way that you're going to make your money. Again, it's so freaking nebulous. You can communicate your truth through art, through music, through the spoken word. Through singing. I don't know. I want you to tell me. Please let me know what that is. And you could have had it before and just through this transformation decided to use it. It's not necessarily something new. Like you could have been super creative, but went into the 9-to-5 thing and just got tied up with friends and living. And then through this period of isolation, you're like, you know what? I know how to do X. Let's take this for example. I know how to play the freaking violin. I want to play the violin. Maybe you get an opportunity to do like backup studio stuff, or maybe join some type of group. I mean, who knows? Perhaps it's something that you could make a living out of. For love, we have the Emperor. I don't know. I see, and the Emperor's holding a cross. I see you maturing in your Tabitha. I see you maturing in your outlook. I guess on love and romance. I just have this feeling, group number 2, that you're coming out of your deep freeze and that it's not a big thing for you right now. Again, could be because you're in a very comfortable, calm, wonderful, compassionate, equal, reciprocal relationship, and we just don't even need to talk about it. Or it could be that you isolated by yourself and you're just not ready yet. I don't know. I feel you growing and getting stronger, taking ownership. Maybe it's something that you want to work on before you jump in the pool again. I don't know. But I don't feel it's front and foremost in your mind right now, for whatever reason. And then with spiritual growth, we've got the Death card. And that is transformation. That's the 180. I don't know if you did the 180, for those of you that don't know, total turnaround, looking at things totally different. Like I said, you either were not religious and became religious. You either were traditionally religious and decided that you really were more spiritual and you're going a more spiritual path. I don't know if you did this 180 before the isolation or as a result of the isolation or in the middle of the isolation, but you changed. Yes, you have, group number 2. You have totally changed. I feel like you're just like a totally new person with a totally new truth that you really need to share. And I see it being financially prosperous for you as well, which is wonderful. If you could combine your spiritual interest and your creative truth and make money at it, that is amazing. I think those people are probably the happiest. those people. So that is what I have for you, group number 2. Good stuff. In the next 30 days, opportunities. You have to speak your truth. And I think that's creating something. And don't forget, accept that help. And keep on being a student. Keep on learning. Okay, group number 2, that's what I have for you. It's beautiful. Woo! I claim this. I want it. I'll see you next time, group number 2. Bye-bye. Hi, group number 3. And you are group number 3 for the Pick a Card reading, Big Changes Ahead for You. Let me start with, it's kind of random and it kind of stands on its own, but I feel the need to start with this first. You are on the edge of some type. Growth is putting you on the edge. You may be leaving something behind, not necessarily a person. It's almost like an outlook or who you thought you were or who you were. And you need to become someone else. You need to grow up. This needs to happen. It's scary but necessary. So, emotionally, something needs to change, and it's about growth. It's like on the edge of growth is what I'm hearing. Perhaps you just are looking at something differently. Perhaps your priorities have changed. What's important to you has changed. Priorities, I guess. You're just looking at things differently. And it's about growth. It's not a bad thing. It's not like you're being like someone, you're in a relationship and someone's treating you poorly. It's time to go. That could be it. But this is about growth. You are growing emotionally, spiritually, and due to that growth, you have to make some kind of a change. You are on the edge of change. I just don't know what else to say about that, group number 3. If you want to let me know in the comments, I would be very interested in knowing, because that's blowing my mind. The next huge, there we go, confirmation. The next huge message, financial, oh my gosh, financial gain, good fortune, wealth, prosperity. There's so many messages here. But it comes with a couple of warnings. So in the next 30 days, you've either manifested these opportunities or you're going to be presented with these opportunities, but you're going to have some large opportunities for good fortune, financial gain, prosperity. Now, that's not always all about money. Prosperity can be family, love, but you got some good stuff coming to you. And we have 2 warnings. 1, it's wonderful. We all need money to live. But make sure when these opportunities come to you that you don't become so engrossed in gathering them, or, let's talk about money. Don't become so engrossed in your, pursuit of the dollar that you don't widen your perspective, that you don't forget about other things that are just as important or more important. Family, friends, humility. This to me is like the 4 of Pentacles. Don't just stand there hanging on to your stuff, okay? It's good to get it. There you go, another confirmation. It's good to get it. You have so much of that energy coming towards you. It's amazing. I mean, with the Oracle cards and the Tarot and what's coming to me, I mean, you're going to have some awesome opportunities coming to you. Don't become tied up with, and don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't identify yourself by how much you have. And you know what? These things are coming to you, group number 3, because you have realized your true value. You have realized what you're worth. You have realized that you deserve good things. You're not afraid to work for them. You value yourself. You know how much you're worth. And so through like the law of attraction and manifestation, those things are coming to you. So don't forget that. You're putting good, positive law of attraction, manifestation energy out there, and it's coming back. Don't let that change. Don't get so caught up into having and securing and guarding that portal closes. I don't know how else to say that. But you got a boatload of good things coming in. In the next 30 days, though, you do have a warning. When you have other people can judge, get jealous, watch others. You have a message here of be concerned about how others are going to react to your good fortune, to your gain in finances, just prosperity. Be careful of others and their jealousy. Also, another message, stay true to yourself, what I was talking about up here. Remember how this came in. You manifested this in by recognizing your own value and your own worth. And you put that out there, and the law of attraction said, okay, cool, bam. You're just, I think you're going to be amazed. I think you're going to be amazed. I don't know what it is that is bringing this into you. I don't see any specific indication. I just see you manifesting like hell, putting your goals and your dreams out there. I feel like you were in a period where you didn't care so much. You like, when I say you didn't care, perhaps you were going through some type of like depression or some type of thing that was like stealing your energy, whether it was a relationship or depression. Maybe it was the isolation during COVID. You had a hard time putting your wants and needs and your goals and your dreams. You had a hard time, like, not only putting them out there, but identifying them. Like, what do I want? What's important to me? And I have this feeling that you have a really good relationship with money. Number one, not only do you recognize your own value, your own worth, but you've come to recognize money as a tool. And I feel like all of this prosperity and good things are coming in because you have some type of plan to help others. And that's just the feeling that I'm getting. Whether it's like your family or whether you want to start a foundation or a nonprofit. So I see a ton of money and prosperity coming through. I see that you've gone through an awakening of your dreams and your goals and your self-worth. And through that, you identified it. I'm picturing you taking a tablet and writing down, I am worthy, I deserve, like some affirmations. I see you writing down affirmations and going over them and over them and over them every morning, every night. When you're sitting out in the car waiting for someone, maybe you're going over these affirmations. I am worthy, I am deserving, I am lovable, I am, this, I am that. Really working on yourself. And then you identified your goals. You said, this is what I want. I want this for me. And I want this in a year, and I want this in 5 years, and I want this in 10 years. And here's the reasons why I want it. I want to be comfortable. I want to be safe. I want to help my family. And then I just feel some type of altruistic thing that you want to be able to do. Helping people. I don't know what it is, though. Again, through a nonprofit and real, like, physical action, or through spiritually communicating and helping. I'm not sure. Group number 3, if you could let me know what that is, what that altruistic, unselfish thing it is that you want to do. And it could be as simple as, wanting to be comfortable enough so that you can help your family. And you know what? That's freaking beautiful. Some people grab the bag and run, okay? I was just watching the Johnny Depp thing, and apparently his childhood was horrible. I did not know that. But at the end, he took care of his mom. Financially, everything. He took his kids to her when she was on her deathbed, and they all spoke with her and held her hand. Ugh. I was like, my gosh. I've gone through a couple things like that where things weren't so great, but at the end you realize that doesn't matter sometimes. Don't know where I was going with that, but I just really see you being open and ready to help your friends. Now, friends, family. In the next 30 days, you are going to have the opportunity for a romantic partnership. Again, I see the intimacy thing. Have you been isolating and you just met someone and you're on the brink and it's been a long time? I don't know how young people watch me, but maybe you're in your young 20s and this might be the first time. I don't know. But I see intimacy. I see a person who has been working a long, long time to be with you and to show you how much you mean to them. And in the next 30 days, you're going to be on the edge. And I believe that you're going to make a decision that will help your growth emotionally, spiritually. Interesting. So you'll be faced with a decision about intimacy in the next 30 days. This relationship is deep. Okay? It's profound. Your person has been working and waiting for you, I'd say a long time. 9 months, 9 years, I don't know. But quite a while for you to make some type of decision in the next step of this relationship. And I see something coming to a head in the next 30 days, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I see a big change coming in the next 30 days. You may already be planning for it. I see an actual move in residence and or of a job, or even as huge as a career change, moving from one way of making a living to another. Perhaps that has to do with all this. Maybe you put in for a bunch of grants and loans or something, and to start your nonprofit, and everything's coming through. I don't know, but you're going to have some big changes that mean a move. And they're good. Because in the money area of the tarot, you have the Ace of Cups. So it's like brand new opportunity. And it has to do with love too. So your passion, your love. So whatever financial opportunity you have, you are deeply invested in. Your love of people, your love of your family. Interesting how love is in the money position. And it's an offering, just like all these other financial opportunities and offerings that you're going to be getting. And then in the area of spiritual and personal growth. We already went over the finance for 15 freaking minutes here. I want to be your bestie when all this money comes in, group 3. But in the area of your spiritual and personal growth, again, I'm getting this message. You're starting to care again. And you're being given an offer. You're being offered. And again, it's like about money and opportunity, but it's cups, which is about love. This is just crazy. How is money so tied to love here? I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but I just don't get what it is. So you're starting to care again. You're starting to manifest. And you're being given all kinds of offers. But they include love, even though they're financial and prosperous and opportunities. It has to do with love. But then the real love, I see someone specific. And group number 3, it could be a fire sign. It could be someone of a different ethnicity or someone from even a different country. But they have persevered. So your opportunities in the financial is somehow tied to love. But also, strictly speaking, for love and relationships, you have something really deep going on, and you'll either make or really need to make, you'll be compelled to make a decision in the next 30 days. Again, what's coming to me, on the edge of growth. In the next 30 days, you will see some signs. And I want you to know that past family members and friends, so those in your family who have died, who've passed away, maybe not all of them, maybe you connect more with some specific ones, but there's some friends in there as well. They are watching over you and guiding you. I don't know what happened before, why you didn't care, because I keep on getting you're starting to care again. But I feel like your family and friends, your spirit family they've been holding you in their arms, whispering in your ear, helping you to care again, kissing your cheek. Wanting you and urging you on to have goals, have dreams, or remember what they were. And you did go through that process recently. You started to care again. And I want you to know it's because of your angels watching over you. So whether it's your mom or your dad, grandma, grandpa, sister, a close friend that passed, whether like a bestie, a friend that was almost like a sister or a brother, or a friend that was almost like maternal or paternal to you. But they're watching over you. And the signs that you will see will be birds. All of a sudden, you'll be seeing birds and feathers. And you're like, oh, there's always birds around, tons of birds. Well, there may be, but maybe you're not noticing them. And in the next 30 days, you will be noticing them. And you will step out to go somewhere, and there will be a feather lying on the pathway for you. The sidewalk, your steps, the pathway. Or you'll be walking down a street and there'll be a feather. And that's for you. And then roses. Flowers. But I'm specifically getting roses. Maybe you'll be given roses. Someone will give you roses. Maybe your beau, who's been patiently waiting for you, will give you roses, and that'll be like a sign to you. But birds, feathers, and roses in the next 30 days. And the message is, you are loved, you are protected, you are being watched over. You are being guided. It's these angels that helped you to realize your true value and to want to manifest your dreams and your goals again, and help to open up this portal to these riches. You've had help. So group number 3, a lot of stuff going on. Majorly, all kinds of major financial opportunities. Crazy financial opportunities. Signs that your spirit guides are watching over you, your past family and friends. A big change is going to occur, or something's going to happen to make you decide to make a big change. Like change in house. Maybe now you can afford a better house, or maybe you're living in an apartment and your change in your circumstances allows you to buy a house. Perhaps you want to move to be closer to your love interest, or perhaps they'll be moving to you. There's a move. Maybe this prosperity is a new career, and you'll be leaving your old career, whatever it was, say 9 to 5, for this new endeavor. So big changes will either happen or are being planned due to everything that you have set in motion. And still, I'm getting this message of altruism, like whatever you're doing is to help people. I'd be really interested in knowing what that is. Please do leave that in the comments. So, group number 3, this is what I have for you. I think it's fan-frickin-tastic. And don't forget, your love interest could be a fire sign. And somehow all this money, all this opportunity, this 3D is attached to love. And I don't know how. It's crazy. I'd be interested in knowing that as well. Alrighty, that's all I have for you, group 3. I just cannot wrap my mind around this anymore. It's too awesome. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.